pleasant good afternoon, good morning, good day, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing today on this beautiful Friday, August 1st? Oh, have you been outside? Have you gone out to feel the nice cooler weather since the heat wave broke just a day or so ago? Oh, isn't it so pleasant? It was cloudy yesterday, and today it's just going to be sunny, nice, high in the low 80s, ladies and gentlemen. It feels like you're walking into the air conditioner outside. Hello, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. Do appreciate you tuning in today. This is our weekly Take the Points show. It's just me today. As you can see, the other seat has emptied. I'm sorry about that, but the boys have various and sundry things going on. They couldn't be here today. Of course, Brian was here last week. Lucas, I think, had a business appointment in Evansville today, and I know that Jamie couldn't leave the school. I think they're finishing building something or other, getting ready for school to start, and Brian had something else that took him away. So just me, you, and the TV today, folks. We are going to have some fun, though. We are going to talk about the NFL preseason, as well as give you a little preview on a couple of divisions. We're going to stick in the the AFC today. Also talk a little baseball. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to go about finding where we're going to be. We're just going to talk about all kinds of stuff, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's take a look at some community events taking place around the area today, tomorrow, all weekend long. Over in Kinmundy at 9 a.m. today, they've been collecting nice, gently used items for a week or two. Now and all items are clean and usable conditions. Small appliances as well as in working condition. Large items they took in advance as well. They are having their annual household and clothing giveaway over in Kinmundy today. Volunteers, they've used volunteers. They've been collecting things to help get everything ready. And today, they're going to have the household and clothing giveaway from 9 to 6 today, and then tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 1. So you might want to get to Kinmundy if you need something. If you need a little bit of help, these folks have been collecting things for folks, and it's a wonderful arrangement. Again, the Kinmundy Christian Church over in Kinmundy, 9 a.m. this morning. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. They do a great job. Over in Johnsonville, hey, it's the big Johnsonville days today and tomorrow. The 17th. The 170th annual Johnsonville Community Days, sponsored by the Johnsonville Rotary Clubs. That's pre-Civil War, for crying out loud. It's like 1855, 1856. It starts today at 6:30. It's going to have a truck and tractor pull tonight. Admission is $10. They're going to also have bingo, sandwiches, drinks available in the pavilion. Tomorrow, I believe it's 11 o'clock sharp, maybe a little earlier. The parade gets kicked off. We'll be there. Wabash will be there. We're going to walk the parade and give out freebies and gifts and stuff to you and your family. So, again, the Johnsonville Community Day is getting going tonight. United Women in Faith Back to School Rummage Sale. This is a two-day event as well, as it is today from 8 a.m. to 4, and then Saturday from 8 to 2 p.m. Pardon me. Saturday 8 to, it's 8 to noon. That's confusing. It's a brand new month. Welcome to August. Oh, it's just great. Love August. This is, again, in Salem at the Grace United Methodist Church. If you have any questions, give them a call at 618-548-2810. Just making sure. Speaking of Salem, oh, this is a big night. This is a big night over in Salem. We'll be there as well. The big Marion County Fair Demolition Derby starts at 6:30 this evening over in Salem. That's a big time. You can't miss it. It's a lot of fun. And then in Altamont tonight, the Effingham County Fair. This is a huge deal as well. Dylan Scott, country star. He's had #1 hits. He's a big star. He's going to be putting on a concert at 7:30 tonight, along with Jake and Michaela. Jake and Michaela opening up. That's a good act. How about Saturday? What's going on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen? Thunder and Chrome for Freedom. It's over in Olney at the Richland County Courthouse on Saturday. It'll be Saturday from 9 to 5. It's a big old event. Motorcycle and car enthusiasts are invited to rev their engines for a cause at the Thunder and Chrome for Freedom car and motorcycle show and barbecue cook-off. How about that on Saturday, August 2nd? Presented by Rolling Thunder, Illinois Chapter 3. The event promises a full day of horsepower, chrome, camaraderie, all in honor of American veterans and service members. You can't think of anything better to have a celebration for there. It'll feature a wide array of custom motorcycles, classic cars, modern machines, along with mouth-watering barbecue from local pitmasters, live entertainment, going to keep the energy high throughout the day, and attendees will be encouraged to share stories, connect with fellow gearheads, and soak in a patriotic atmosphere. Now, all the proceeds do go to the Rolling Thunder Illinois 3, which works to honor and advocate for veterans, especially POW service members. POW-MI service members. Don't miss this extraordinary celebration of machinery and freedom. Speaking of Olney, at the East Fork Lake, they do a great job up there. Oh boy, our friend Jeff Lathrop was here just the other day. At 7 a.m. is when it starts, but it'll go all day long. The 10th annual Car and Tractor Show. White Squirrel Saddle Club, 10th annual Tractor and Car Show on Saturday. Tractor and car registration from 8 to 10. Gates open at 9 a.m. Gates for people to open. Then there'll be a flea market as well from 9 a.m. to 5. Kids game, horse rides, pedal tractor competition, and tractor games. That's good, clean fun right there. 50-50 drawing auction. Food will be available all day long. What else going on Saturday? A ton of stuff has been going on at Sailor Springs. It's their monthly breakfast, the Sailor Springs American Legion, with their that's the Clay City / Sailor Springs. It's held in Sailor Springs, having their monthly breakfast from 7 to 10, consisting of sausage, biscuits, gravy, sausage, biscuits, and gravy, pancakes as well. Cost is by donation. Everyone is welcome. If everybody shows up, it'll be a full house. Speaking of full house, Saturday night in Salem at the Marion County Fair, it's the ITPA Tractor Pull. That's at 6:30 in Salem, and over in Altamont, the Demolition Derby at the Effingham County Fair. I believe that's also at 6:30 as well. What else going on here on this beautiful weekend, this beautiful Friday? Looky there. National Raspberry Cream Pie Day on August 1st takes advantage of ripe raspberries available this time of year. If you're fortunate enough to enjoy some fresh baked raspberry cream pie, this is certainly a day to celebrate. Raspberries are the edible fruit of the raspberry plant. Not only do they grow on woody stemmed perennials, but they're also a commercial crop, as you'll see them in the grocery store. The raspberry bush, part of the rose family, which is why their stems are prickly like rose bushes. Approximately 100 tiny drupelets cling together to make up one raspberry. Let's see if I can get a better look at a raspberry there. Those are called drupelets. The 100 little I guess you could almost call them droplets, but here it spells it with a U. D-R-U-P right? Yeah, that's how it's Drupelet. Save that one for Scrabble sometime. The druplets adhere to a receptacle attached to the stem. Once the receptacle is removed, the raspberry is left with a hollow core. So there you go. Raspberry pulp and juice will fill the druplets. Keep in mind, raspberries are rich in vitamin C, manganese, and fiber. Also contain vitamins B1, B3, folic acid, as well as those others. An individual raspberry weighs 0.1 to 0.18 ounces, and one raspberry bush can yield several hundred raspberries a year. Not sure which pie I like the look of better. I think I like the look of that one better. I like the goo. Well, yeah, you gotta kind of like the goo on top of the pie, not just the raspberries. But either way, I think you're gonna be okay with raspberry cream pie day. What else going on this weekend? This is also, ladies and gentlemen, the first Saturday in August, which today falls on August 2nd. Well, tomorrow falls on August 2nd. It is a National Disc Golf Day. Enthusiasts, how long have they been playing disc golf? Well, back since the 1960s. The game became a formalized sport in the 1970s. In the beginning, targets were nothing more than tree trunks or wooden posts cemented into the ground. I got to admit, whenever I started playing raspberry golf as a youngster, it was probably the 1970s. If not, it wasn't much later than that, early 80s, and we were throwing at trees. So it's a lot cooler to have the baskets to be able to go into right now. Disc golf is, in the beginning, targets were tree trunks and wooden posts cemented into the ground. As the game progressed, courses replaced trees with posts, trees and posts with metal baskets and chains. The chains added the benefit of helping to catch the discs. And initially, the metal baskets were called a disc golf pole hole. However, today, these modern-day targets come in dozens of design variations with the same general idea and technical specifications in mind. Where are you going to go play? Where are you going to go play some disc golf? Well, Florida. That's where I'd go if I was looking to play some disc golf. The Professional Disc Golf Association was founded it founded National Disc Golf Day back in 1977. Wow. The chain catch, also when the chain catching device was invented on August 2nd, disc golfers of 1974, disc golfers in Rochester, New York, decided to make their annual city championship. It was the first one to have, and it became Frisbee put up a 1970 automobile to the winner. How about that? It's been around since I said 1970s. How about 2016? What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen, or this weekend? This is National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. On August 2nd, National Ice Cream Sandwich Day encourages us to cool off with one of our favorite frozen treats, whether it's vanilla, strawberry, or Neapolitan between two chocolate wafers. The dessert will hit the spot on a hot summer day. The original ice cream sandwich sold for how much? How much you think the original ice cream sandwich sold for in 1900? It's a penny. That's the easiest way to go. A penny for an ice cream sandwich in 1900 from a push cart in the Bowery neighborhood of New York City. Newspapers really never identified the name of the vendor in articles that appeared across the country. However, the ice cream sandwich between milk biscuits became a hit. Soon, push carts popped up around the city and country during the summer months selling the portable treats. Early pictures show beachgoers at Atlantic City getting their ice cream sandwiches for a penny apiece. By 1940, the grocers sold sandwiches. Restaurants had offered them before that. One account claims the modern ice cream sandwich with a chocolate wafer was invented in 1945 by Jerry Newberg. The ice cream maker sold his creation at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh home to the Pirates and the Steelers. So there you go. If you don't like the chocolate brownie wafer, folks, don't worry about mixing it up. I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to show pictures the rest of the show of good-looking ice cream sandwiches that are available. Who knows where? I found the pictures, so they got to be available somewhere. What do you want to see on TV, ladies and gentlemen? It's all baseball net right now. Major League Baseball. They got an early game in Cincinnati for some reason today. The Atlanta Braves are at. Oh no, this might be the race weekend. Oh, that's why it's early. They've got the early game today in Cincinnati because the Braves and Reds are going to play tomorrow in Virginia at Bristol, Virginia, inside the racetrack. That's pretty cool. I've seen pictures of what that looks like. That's pretty cool. But today, they're doing it early. It's 11:40. The Braves at the Reds. Bryce Elder versus Brady Singer. That's on MLB Network, channel 357. Also, this afternoon, the Cubs are home against Baltimore. That'll be Trevor Rogers versus Cade Horton, and that's on Marquee, channel 367. The San Francisco Giants at the Mets on MLB Network at 6:10. That's Robbie Ray versus Dave Peterson. Tonight, the Cardinals are out west, out at San Diego. Matthew Liberatore versus Nick Pivetta. That's at 8:40 on FanDuel 370. And also out late, the White Sox are in L.A. taking on the Angels. Shane Smith on the mound for the White Sox, taking on Tyler Anderson for the L.A. Angels. That's on CSN, channel 353. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after these words. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that has set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Today, we're going to have we got a big, solid show here for you this morning and afternoon, or whenever you're watching the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. First things first. Did you realize? Now, you may be seeing this on Friday morning on television. You may be watching it before that. Thursday night, July 31st, was the first preseason football game for the NFL over in Canton, Ohio. They had the first preseason game, and there are things, good things and bad things to be said on both sides about whether you want to bet on preseason football. Actually, there's some interesting concepts for betting on preseason football. I haven't really looked at tomorrow night's game. Usually, folks don't think or at least the pros don't think that much about betting on the Hall of Fame game because there's three other games to bet on starting next Thursday. The regular preseason starts next Thursday, and it'll go for 3 weeks. They'll take a few days off and then have the regular season for the NFL start up. Why would anybody consider betting on a preseason football? First of all, you got an itch, I guess. You've got an itch. But the tips for betting on preseason football. Here are some good tips. First, pay attention to what the head coach tells you. This is the biggest thing you can do because they'll basically tell you who's going to play and who's not going to play. And for instance, quarterbacks don't play preseason football. Starting quarterbacks, for the most part, don't play preseason football. They may play game 3. They won't typically play in game 1 or 2. They may play a half in game 3. That's typical. But sometimes it's different. You got to listen to what the coach is telling you. This is also the time. Now, if you're used to reading and paying attention during the regular season, for instance, there's the regular season of the football this year. That's about as tight as I could make it, but I'm gonna have that on the wall. So yeah, there's the regular season. 270. What is it? 256 plus 16 is 272 games. 272 regular season games get going here in about 3 or 4 weeks. But during that regular season, coaches aren't telling you the truth. Coaches, when they talk to the media, when they aren't. They're obfuscating as much as they can, and they're basically telling folks, trying to confuse the other team that they're playing. For instance, as you see, you've got Buffalo playing Baltimore. They're in week 1, right up there at the upper corner, Baltimore and Buffalo. They're playing each other on Sunday Night Football, it says. That's cool. So do you think Buffalo and Baltimore are going to be telling each other, letting anybody know what they're doing, what their teams are doing going into that? No. But the difference is, in preseason, the coach at Baltimore, John, what's his name? From I can't believe it, Jim and John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh he's got a great record in the preseason. He likes to win in preseason, wants to set the winning culture, wants to make sure his teams win. Whereas other coaches, they really don't care all that much about the preseason. So listen to the coaches. Listen to what the coaches are telling you. Also pay attention to the quarterbacks deeper into the rosters. Pay a lot of attention to that. There are some coaches who like to win in the preseason. Let's see. I've got the numbers here. For instance, John Harbaugh of the Ravens is 45-16 straight up in the preseason. That's like 3-1. That's over 20 years or so. He's been incredible in the preseason. Mike Tomlin, 40-27. That's pretty doggone good too. So the Pittsburgh Steelers try to win. The Ravens try to win in preseason. How about the flip side of that? The Bengals. Bengals have had a tough time winning in the first 3 or 4 in September. They have a tough time winning in August as well, if you pay attention to the Bengals. They win after that. Their head coach, Zach Taylor, is 3-12 straight up in his career as a head coach, and 0-5 over the last 2 years straight up. So, and Sean McVay also from the Rams. He doesn't care that much about winning in the preseason. So, just keep all that in mind if you're going to even consider betting in the preseason. Here is, I was showing you that schedule. Here's the NFL schedule grid. Here is the Big Ten football schedule grid. Let's see, can you see it behind me? Oh, not really. Just a little of it. I keep the Big Ten schedule here on the wall and I'm going to keep that NFL schedule here on the wall just to make sure have it handy for whenever we do try to go ahead whenever the NFL season does start. But yeah, that's some good schedules to keep handy. We're going to talk baseball here in just a second. Let's just may as well tell you a little bit about baseball, as these are the current odds for the World Series and the World Series champion. So the Dodgers have fallen off a little bit. They were prohibitive favorites, but they've fallen off. And you see the Phillies and the Mets, they're poised to give them a challenge as you look at the American League and let's take a look at the National League. The Phillies and the Mets are both, I guess that'd be about 9-1. That makes them 9-1 to win the World Series. Yeah, 8.5 and 9-1. And then you get to the Tigers. What's their chances to win the American League? You got to win the American League before you can win the World Series. That's why folks have the Dodgers so up. They think the Dodgers are going to win the National League. Are they? I'm not swayed or I wouldn't say they're guaranteed a win in the National League, but you just never know. One other thing I want to show you before we go to break here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Do appreciate you tuning in. I said I was going to show you ice cream sandwiches all day long. I got some good pictures of ice cream sandwiches. Now, look at those. You've got 3 different sandwiches there. The chocolate chip in the middle, that'd be the one I'd go with between 2 chocolate chip cookies, chocolate chips on the outside of the sandwich. Yum. You have the chocolate ice cream above that with M&Ms. That looks pretty good. I guess that's chocolate ice cream. And then below it, they've added pecans to it. 3 pretty good ice cream sandwiches there. Love it. More ice cream sandwiches to come here in a little bit. Come back, let's talk a little baseball. We're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back after these. Stick around.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, an express lane, and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywine, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. As let's take a look at the baseball. Let's take a look at what the baseball right now. This is the day after the trade deadline. Trade deadline. I'm shooting this on Wednesday afternoon, so the trade deadline occurs Thursday afternoon. So I'm not going to talk about the trade. We talked a little bit about it last week, so I'm going to leave it alone. Other than to say, I begged last week. The national nightmare is over. Eric Fetty is no longer a Cardinal. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not taking responsibility for that, but I did say Eric Fetty could no longer be a Cardinal, and basically right after I said that, they DFA'd him, traded to Atlanta. Speaking of, let's take a look at how the major leagues are looking right now with the trade deadline coming up. The teams are about 110 games in. So you're about 11/16 in between. So you're more than 5/8 through the season. Only about 50 games to go for most of these teams. A little over 50 games to go. And looky there, the Toronto Blue Jays leading the Yankees. The Yankees are now in some serious issues as they are dealing with an Aaron Judge injury. Aaron Judge, of course, the slugging stud duck there for the New York Yankees, and they don't know how long Aaron Judge is going to be out. His throwing arm has UCL. It's not a UCL tear. They were afraid it was. They were afraid he was going to have Tommy John surgery, which he'd have been out for the rest of the season and most of next year. And Aaron Judge isn't a young man. I mean, he's in baseball terms. Aaron Judge is no spring chicken. So that would have been kind of a rough deal for him to have to go through. Thankfully, he doesn't have to go through that, but the Yankees are going to have to deal without him for a little while. So you have the Blue Jays up there leading that division. The Tigers up by 9 games. I don't see the Guardians catching them. Oh, and did you see the news about the Cleveland Guardians? Of course, they had one pitcher suspended early last month with for gambling issues. Had their closer, maybe the top closer in the major leagues last year. He's still pretty good, but he's not as good as he was last year. Either way, he's suspended for gambling issues too. And I talked with my Cleveland people. The current line of thought in Cleveland is that those guys are done. They'll never pitch again for Cleveland or in the major leagues. So that's a shame. But anyway, there you go. Cleveland is down by 9 games. The Royals have their hands full trying to get back into that. I don't see them doing it. Out west, you've got the Astros building up a lead over the Mariners, so kind of making the wild card look a little sewed up or close to sewed up, as you've got 3 or 4 teams that are getting ahead now. Granted, it's too early to say it's too late for anybody to come back, but Texas is 4 games over 500, and then you go to Tampa even 500. So Tampa's going to have to step on it. Then you get into the Cleveland and the teams that really do kind of stink it up. How about in the National League, ladies and gentlemen, where this is where I tend to spend most of my time and energy watching. In the National League, you have the Mets and Phillies really in a dogfight over there on top of the East Division. You got to figure with 6 teams getting into the playoffs, whoever wins that's probably going to end up getting the bye. You never know. You never know where the Dodgers are going to end up. The Brewers and Cubs have just been having a dogfight all the last month or so. And they on Wednesday they finished up their 3-game series with the Brewers won the first 2, but the Cubs come back and are about to win Game 3 on Wednesday afternoon. So this page was, I pulled it off the internet prior to the Cubs winning. So the Cubs are going to be a game down from the Brewers going into Friday's game. And going into the trade deadline on Thursday. So what do the Cubs do? What do the Brewers do? There was an interesting trade in the division. The Reds have had trouble with third base. They traded for the Pirates third baseman Brian Hayes. Just within the last hour, traded to the Reds. Why are the Pirates trading in their division when they have Brian Hayes under contract for the next control for 5 years? I do not understand that at all. And the Reds are feisty. The Reds might get into the postseason. They're 8 games back of the Brewers and Cubs, but that doesn't put them that far back of the wild card. The Dodgers and Padres trying to stay in it with the Dodgers. The Giants made a big trade, and that hadn't really helped them at all. But the Padres trying to stay in it as you take a look at the National League wild card outlook right now. Can the Cardinals come back? They're a game over 500. Now, this is Wednesday afternoon before Wednesday night's games. And so I don't know. Cardinals basically became sellers on the trade market. And with 24 hours to go before the trade deadline hits tomorrow, I don't know if the Cardinals are going to get anything done. They're trying to trade Ryan Helsley, the closer, good closer, and they have him under contract. But they're thinking that they can get some prospects for him. I'd be shocked if Ryan Helsley's on the team come Friday. I would be kind of surprised. I'd love to keep Phil Maton. I love Phil Maton. I think he is outstanding. I think he'll be a good replacement. Solid replacement for Helsley as a closer. Jojo Romero might close. Steven Matt's probably going to get traded. But people are looking at the Cardinals roster right now, and they're not terrifically impressed with how some of their players are doing. So I don't know if he ends up going. With 50 games to go, you might already be calling it Cubs, Phillies, and Padres, or Brewers, Mets, and Padres. That might be a set that way to end of the major leagues standings. So we'll see how it goes. Plenty of time to go. I mentioned we're going to talk divisions. Before I'll get to the divisions in just a second. Before we get to the divisions in the NFL, here's what the current Super Bowl odds look like going into preseason. Ravens ahead of the Ravens and Bills and Chiefs all fighting to catch up to the Eagles. But right now, that's a pretty good number on all Well, certainly all 5 of those top 5 teams. And the San Francisco 49ers at 17-1. San Francisco 49ers have by far the easiest schedule in the NFL from a expected win game. Looky there. Actually, I'm not even sure that's ice cream. That looks like just cream on those two in between those 2 chocolate chip cookies. I'm not sure I like that one. If that's just cream, yeah, no thanks. But if that's ice cream, yeah, that looks really good. Got 2 more ice cream sandwiches to come, or actually a bunch more. You're watching Big Talk. Back in a sec.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Bruce. Let's talk a little bit about the NFL, the AFC East. Actually, it's been kind of boring to talk about the AFC East for a little while because as the Buffalo Bills have a 5-year winning streak of winning the AFC East, and they are the favorite by far again to win it this year. Last year, the Bills, they won it by 5 games. They were 13-4 over the Dolphins, who were 8-9. Patriots were 4-13, and the Jets were 5-12. The key question actually in this in the thing, if you're looking at the Bills, can they win the entire AFC? They are 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes. Can they in the playoffs? Can they finally beat the Chiefs in the playoffs? I don't know. Their number of games to win for the year is over 12.5 wins. Actually, over 11.5 wins. Can they get to 12? I think if they get to 12, it's plus money. If they get to 11, it's way minus money. So I just kind of kept it at 12.5 there. What did they do? They've the position to watch is basically running back because you don't know what James Cook's going to do. He was kind of holding out while he's still playing. So let's see. Are they going to be better than 2004? Yeah, they are. They've added to their defense. Keon Coleman also is their wide receiver, and he's going to be a second-year guy, and they always figure second year for wide receiver is a big step up, and I would not be surprised to see Keon Coleman have a big one. The pick, I would probably go over 12.5 wins. I think they've got a relatively tough schedule. As I said, they're opening with Baltimore, and they also have on their schedule, they also outside of their own division, they've got Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. Pardon me. They have Pittsburgh, and as well as Cleveland. So they're playing the AFC North. We'll get to them in a minute. Buffalo, actually, that's not that bad a schedule. They do have Kansas City and Baltimore, but I like Buffalo over 12.5. That's a nice number. How about who's next? How about the Miami Dolphins? I'm going to go alphabetical here. The Miami Dolphins last year, again, they finished at 8-9. They've got the pressure on. The games to win there is 7.5 for this season. Can Mike McDaniel save his job with a playoff win? Got to get to the playoffs first. You got to get to the playoffs first. They have not won in the playoffs since 2000. Jalen Ramsey has been traded for Minka Fitzpatrick from the Steelers. So you're getting younger in the defensive backfield. Are they going to be better than 2024? The word here is no. And the thought here on the thought on my sources is, I don't think you want the under. Basically, you want the under. Let's take a look at the New England Patriots. How about the New England Patriots? As they have, will Drake May have enough weapons in the passing game? That was the problem last year with the Patriots. They just didn't have enough weapons to get anything done, as they were 30th in scoring, only scored 17 points a game, gave up 24 per game. So it can't get much worse, can it? I guess it could, but did they do much enough to help out? Well, they replaced the coach. You got Mike Vrabel now coaching, and he got fired a couple of years ago from Tennessee. He was kind of disinterested in Tennessee, it looked like, because it looked like he wanted to coach the Patriots. He wanted to take Bill Belichick's job. Didn't get it whenever Bill Belichick left initially, and then the was fired, and then the replacement was fired. So you do have Mike Vrabel there. I got to tell you, I don't think Vrabel adds enough. Over 8.5 wins. This one says say it, take it, but I don't like it. Despite winning only 4 games last season, the win total for the Patriots is 8.5 at every shop. It does have the second easiest schedule in the league, and the coaching staff is widely considered to be an upgrade. So given how weak the division is, this is that's a pick based on division. I wouldn't touch it. Speaking of the back end of the division, the Jets, they have a new coach as well. Got the dude from Detroit came over to coach. I believe Ryan Glenn. I'm not sure Ryan's the first name. I'm doing that off the top of my head. But last year they had a rough year, as they were 5-12, scored 20 points a game, gave up 24. What have they done? They added Justin Fields, and will that be enough? Personally, I don't think so, but I'd take the under. I'd take the under. The number's 5.5, right, for the Jets? Yeah, number's 5.5. Personally, I'd take the under, but that's me. I just don't think. We'll see. To make the playoffs, I'd certainly take the no there. So there you have that, folks. You want to see something that looks even better than that? There are a couple of solid-looking ice cream sandwiches. kind of like the looks of that one on top, but it doesn't have chocolate chips, so I'm not going to touch it. Well, I'd touch it. I'd eat it. Who's kidding who? It looks like a birthday. That's a birthday ice cream sandwich. Got more ice cream sandwiches to come as well, and also AFC North back right after this.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. I'm Bruce Dickey. Appreciate you tuning in as this Take the Points show, wrapping things up here with the AFC North preview. Who's going to win the AFC North? I'm kind of surprised the Bengals are that high, to tell you the truth. I think the Ravens are the solid pick in the AFC North, but who knows? The Ravens went 12-5 last year. Steelers went 10-7, and they are plus 510. You got the Bengals plus 240. They went 9-8. And then you have the Browns at 3-14. It has been 35 years, by the way, since the Browns last won any division. It's the longest streak in league history. I would say I'd say they're going to add to that. That seems like a pretty good chance. How about the Ravens? The Ravens, Baltimore Ravens markets over 11.5, under 11.5 wins. Of course, with Lamar Jackson, I tell you what, it's just Lamar Jackson is, I think, the best regular season quarterback in the NFL. Almost. There'd be a battle with Josh Allen, but boy, oh boy, I think Lamar Jackson is just, let's put it this way, the most exciting, fun quarterback to watch in the regular season in the NFL. What are they getting in the postseason? Who cares? That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the division. So here's the numbers. Over 11.5. I take the over 11.5 because they dropped a 2-point conversion to end their season. That's how close it was to moving on in the postseason last year. They're really, really good. I don't think the division is as good as. I don't think the division is all that good as it has been in last year's. So speaking of not being as good, how about the Cincinnati Bengals? What are the thoughts on the? By the way, I didn't say. I'm going to take the over on the Baltimore Ravens. How about those Bengals 9-8? What are they going to do this year with you got a healthy Joe Burrow, you've got ownership issues screwing up the defense. You already have a defense that does not play well. What were they last year? They gave up, where was it? They gave up, the defense was tied for 25th in points allowed, 25.5, and the offense was 6th in points per game at 28 points a game, behind the Ravens, by the way. All apologies to my friend, to my good friend Justin. I'm just not a big. I'll worry about the defense. I think teams will be able to keep up with them this year because the offense is getting older. The folks are recognizing the offense, and you have 2 wide receivers that just signed brand new free agent contracts. One of the things that's kind of it's a dirty little secret when players sign a big contract. Occasionally, and it seems like it happens more often than not, they try to live up to the contract and they overdo things. This happens a lot more in baseball, but it happens in football as well. If somebody has signed a new contract, they try to live up to it and they can't, and they get injured, and bad things happen to T. Higgins and and Jamar Chase. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. So yeah, I put the Bengals. I don't like the Bengals at 9.5 wins. I'm going to take the under on 9.5 wins. Let's take a look at the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns right there at under 5.5 wins. Speaking of messes, Cleveland Browns have a 40-year-old playing quarterback. I remember being 40 years old. That was kind of painful, and Joe Flacco isn't getting any younger. So Joe Flacco's he's not a young man, and they've got one great player on defense. Their quarterback is a mess. Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, and not even to mention Deshaun Watson. I don't think they're going to do very well. Let's take a look at Pittsburgh while we still have a little bit of time. Pittsburgh over under for 8.5 wins. I've taken the over. Mike Tomlin has his streak. He's never been under 500. And in the NFL these days, you can't get under 500. You can't be even. It's either over 500 or under 500. I'm sticking with Mike Tomlin to stay over 500. I think they're going to be over 8.5 wins. That's what I'm taking for the Steelers. They have it's going to be a fun team to watch. They've got their defense tied up. They're all set up. They do have a tough schedule, but they've got the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. How can you mention the NFL and Pittsburgh Steelers without Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers, he can play to an extent. He's old, but he's not dead. Let's put it that way. One more shot of ice cream there. We can't miss it. Look at the National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. I say there's 12 more ice creams right there. Chocolate chip, the Green Monster. I love the thought of that. Mint Oreo ice cream with chocolate chip cookies. How about that? The Cup of Joe double chocolate cookies with coffee Oreo ice cream. Yum. The Cookie Monster birthday cake cookies with the Crunchosaurus ice cream. Yum, yum, yum. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a day. Ice cream sandwich day. Hey, have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week. We got football coaches next week. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.